you're invested very internationally, and probably your portfolio is pretty Brexit resistant. But what do you think about, the moves in the pound that we saw yesterday were hitting the dollar and commodities and everything else?
Yeah, the moves in the pound have been very meaningful. It's been a huge move up over the last couple of sort of weeks or a month or so. But a lot of that is also dollar weakness. And I think we're very centered around the Brexit story and take every move to be a sterling-based one. But actually, the dollar's been very weak on the flip side. So if you sort of X out the effect of that dollar weakness, sterling hasn't yet rallied all that much. Now, I think in a deal scenario, we could see a much stronger sterling rate. And obviously, it could fall if we get no deal in the end. But I think structurally, sterling is likely to trend higher over the short term. And at the same time, if that dollar move continues to go lower, I would expect to see oil prices ticking up, commodity prices ticking up, especially emerging Asian FX to be ticking up against the dollar. And that will sort of change the setup within the market a fair bit and probably leads to a little bit more inflation expectations, a little bit more value in cyclical stocks outperformance, that sort of thing.
Yeah, what is the range of movement? Good morning, Freddie. What is the range of movement that you'd expect to see on the pound then, depending on which of the paths forward presents itself over the next days?
Well, it's quite hard to tell because I feel like currency traders and anyone investing in the pound at the moment is quite punch drunk after 4 years of trying to second guess it and deal with the fair value. But for me, with the twin concept that the dollar feels like it's structurally going lower, and the fact that there should be a relief rally in the pound of some sort, points to a 140 handle on sterling at least. So probably another 5-6% upside and probably something symmetric to the downside, a 5-6% fall if we get no deal or a deal that's seen as highly unpalatable. But frankly, at this stage, I think any concessions on the three remaining topics would probably be seen as good statesmanship as opposed to a huge, a weak deal. Any deal at this point on those bases would be good. So it's good for sterling. So I expect it to rally, and I expect us to get a deal.